We're on air, man. K.Murph is in the building. What's happening, my boy?
What's the deal? What's the deal? Nice to be here. Happy to be here with your kid, L.
We were talking before you got here. You're going to be performing pretty soon, part of the Crowd Freak events. Talk about the event that you're going to be performing at.
Scary Hours, October 15th, with, like we said, with Crowd Freak. Like we were saying, Crowd Freak pretty much damn near a household name and everything they do. It's gonna be big, a good event. So I did Backwoods of Bonfire with them in this past summer. I didn't get on Henny and Hamburgers, but I'm looking forward to do the Scary Hours Fest. So I'm actually real excited about that.
Artists performing at events such as that, thousands and thousands of people are there at these events. You got to perform at Backwoods and Bonfires again. Thousands and thousands of people are there. What's it like as an artist coming up to be performing in front of so many people?
For me personally, it's exhilarating. Honestly, I've been waiting for I've been waiting for my time. You know what I'm saying, to do that. Whether from on the rock shows with 10 people. So to see, for real though, it's part of it. So to do what I love in front of thousands of people, man. I want to do every time I do a show, I'm ready to do another one, man. I love it. Of course, like I said, they all can't be as big as the Backwoods of Bonfires and all the other festivals, but I love it every time. Man.
Yeah, man. Even those small shows, when you're performing in front of 10, 15 people too, it's like, as long as they're engaged with you, it makes it more fun and exhilarating, obviously. But I know some artists that still go crazy if there's 3 people in the audience.
Oh yeah, I came to give a show. I don't give a damn, My set is my set. You know what I'm saying? The less people, the more chances I got to gain in the fan. There's a lot of stuff going on, with a lot of people there. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I don't like the big crowds and shit, but
yeah,
you gotta get the people what they came for. Like I said, whether it's 3 or 3,000. So.
Rewind us a little bit to the beginning of your career, man. When did you start making music?
Well, I've been making music as long as I can remember. It's always been a part of me. Like, I've been writing songs since I was in elementary school, and I played instruments, was in choir, you know what I'm saying? I've been in plays, all type of shit, you know what I'm saying? So maybe it's more so entertainment, but like the music, I've been writing music is forever, but I've been recording seriously and got the ball rolling probably about, I think, 2017, 18, and I've been making my way since, trying to keep my motion going, whether it's slow motion, just keeping it not to having no motion,
Oh yeah, you got to, man. Are you from Detroit?
Yeah, born and raised in Detroit. Grew up on 6 Mile, West Side 6 Mile, 6 Mile in the Schaefer area, Bronx down. Shout out to my hood.
For sure, man. Yeah, Detroit right now. There's thousands of upcoming artists, aspiring artists, and everything like that, man. It's a challenging time, but also a time of a lot of what's the word for it? Opportunity as well, because social media is giving advantage, and so is all the record labels that are looking at Detroit now because we have the spotlight right now. What kind of separates you from the other artists that are trying to come up?
Me personally, not to be disrespectful, but like I got content. I'm not saying the same old jarry things over and over. Versatility. I wouldn't say consistent. I like to say I'm consistent, but I wouldn't say consistency makes me different because there's a lot of artists that's very consistent. I respect that. I actually very inspiring. So, I'm very unique. You know what I'm saying? I don't really, very true to myself. Unfortunately, I don't think a lot of artists are in that way. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them still trying to find their way. A lot of people do find their way, you know what I'm saying, along the journey, but I just think I've clinched those things,
Yeah, that makes sense, man. It's like I've been listening to a lot of Detroit rap lately and a lot of rap just in general, and it's like the same lines keep getting repeated, and I get why people fuck with it. I think the beats are a main reason why people fuck with it and just flowing on the beat and the way that's happening, but damn, the repetitiveness of the content is insane, man.
And man, it make you start to feel like, do consumers have a brain on their own? Because how's all this shit getting passed? You know what I'm saying? How y'all listen to the same song over and over and over? But
I agree, man. I'm trying to figure it out. That's why I kind of put it 2 and 2 together. Like, most likely it's the kids that are making this shit work.
That's true. That's true too.
Like, they don't even give a fuck what's happening anymore. They're just bobbing their heads to whatever the hell sounds right.
Yeah, with things like entertainment, fashion, all those things that fall in those genres, a lot of things is like whoever they is, you know what I'm saying, tell you to like, where everybody, the big companies, whatever promoting, that's what more people, usually what more people gravitate to. So a lot of people being led don't even realize they sheep instead of being a shepherd, you know what I'm saying, or just being a individual, you know what I'm saying. So, you know, just it's easy to fall into that if you're not paying attention to it. That's what a lot of people do. And it's more prone to happen to kids, you know what I'm saying. Whatever kids see all day, will get promoted all day. That's what they fall into. That's what they like. So can't necessarily blame the kids, but after so long, your ass get up out of it. You know what I'm saying? And your ass gonna make a difference, make a change. So.
No, I hear that, man. What was life like kind of before the music career started? What was kind of like the life for you?
Really, it's a lot of the same. You know, idle hands, the devil workshop. So to keep myself busy and not a lot of bullshit. Music is my that's my go-to. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I would do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's also in my heart. I'm not saying I do it just to stay out the way, but it's just it's there, man. It's the entity. So I mean, my life really hasn't changed as much. I'm just trying to create a new life for myself, to be honest, because I work. You know what I'm saying? I'm a worker. You know what I'm saying? I didn't had a job since I think this month make like 18 years I've been working. You know, 18 years straight. Yeah. So I'm just trying to, you know, not gonna say not work as hard. I'm trying to apply the work to this. You know what I'm saying? So I can make this my everyday life. Wake up, go to sleep. Every day is in the music, making it bigger, pushing it further, you know, growing it. That's so it's a lot of the same, man. So yeah.
How long have you been making music so far as an artist in Detroit and representing the Detroit sound? Like, is it besides you making music, is when you established yourself, made the name K.Murph and everything like that? How long has that been?
Oh well, I always been K.Murph. That's my name. I'm Carl Murphy. You know what I'm saying? So that I've been Murph all my life, but I really even been the guy I am all my life. You know what I'm saying? That's what's so crazy, and that kind of works to my advantage when it comes to music because, like I said, I always wrote music, always liked music. It was gonna be a part of me. And I'm a pretty laid back, quiet, easygoing type of guy. So when people see me doing music and hear me doing music, they're like, "What?" You know what I'm saying? They're like, Carl doing music, Murph doing music. Let me check. Let me see what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? So that helps. But I've been Murph forever. But like I said, I've been recording seriously since about 2017.
Okay.
My first time ever in the studio making my first song, it was probably about 2007. I think the year I graduated, 2007, or that summer, in Southwest Detroit. Hot as hell in this hot ass studio with my cousins, man.
Yeah.
Shout out Jamie and Big C, man. Yeah, first people ever got me in the studio.
What's been the biggest kind of like hurdle so far as an upcoming artist in Detroit for you?
I guess just like growing organically without doing all the bullshit that come that come with becoming a bigger name in the entertainment industry. You know, just gaining fans organically is harder than, you know what I'm saying, than it seems like. You know, of course you got your loved ones, your fans, but to get them people who don't know you to draw them in, that's personally my biggest hurdle, if you want to say. You know, but,
yeah, man. I always look at that too, like, you know, how a lot of people just have their friends and family supporting them in their music career, and I'm like, man, that's not even the challenge at this point. The challenge is to get people who don't know you to, you know, really pay attention to you and support you and follow you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's like a milestone for anybody to try to reach that. Like, all right, forget about my friends and family. Let's get to the people who don't know who the fuck I am and see what's going on with that. Now, talk about how you've been able to do that so far. How you've been able to get new people to pay attention to you.
Being original, you know what I'm saying? Being myself. My favorite compliment is you sound different, you know what I'm saying? You don't be talking about a bunch of bullshit, you know, just being true to myself, man. It's like it's no blueprint to this shit, you know, but the best thing I can say, and I know it sounds so cliche, but like be yourself is the biggest thing. And, like I said, being the quiet guy, the laid back guy, not knowing what I'm gonna say or if I'm gonna say anything, if anything, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I do say something, it kind of hold precedent. You know, I'm just not talking for no reason. Some people hear me say something, or I'm just talking. You know, it's a genuine thing. It's a serious thing. So
yeah, man, I hear
that's
that.
usually how. That's how I got game fans so far. And Bob, to be honest, not to toot my own horn, but shit, making good music. You know what I'm saying? Actually making music, being different, man. Like we said earlier. Not trying to be like everybody else. That's my favorite compliment is you actually can rap and you don't sound like nobody else. That's like two biggest things.
Oh yeah, for sure, bro. Standing out is, I mean, obviously the only way you can really blow up. It's very difficult to sound like anybody else right now and really take off. Now, what's kind of the blueprint? How do you plan to market and strategize? I know there's a lot of things you don't like putting yourself into, but the marketing game is the marketing game. So, what's kind of like the method to grow yourself?
Um, these shows I do a show wherever, getting in front of the people actually, you know what I'm saying, give them a different. It's just always different when it's live. I do a lot of the sponsored ads on Instagram, the YouTube campaigns, whatever it is to get in front of a face I ain't seen, man. I reach out to artists out of town in different states, different demographics, different type of sounds. Just being humble, you know what I'm saying. Just reaching everywhere I can. Well, just being growing, trying to grow my name every day, trying to grow my brand every day.
Yeah.
But marketing ways I do. I usually have my bracelet on, man. I usually everywhere telling people tap their phone on my bracelet. You know what I'm saying? My videos or my music link pop up. Just networking, whatever it takes, man. But my marketing strategy is usually just ads and word of mouth. You know what I'm saying? Being out here with the people, with the shows, man.
For sure, yeah, man. I mean, it sounds like you're taking all the necessary steps to get yourself out there and get networked with the rest of the people. Yeah, man. Like I said, the spotlight's here. Obviously, a lot of people are paying attention to Detroit. The hardest part, I think, when I look at what's going on is that it's oversaturated. Everybody's trying to make it, and nobody's really finding a new sound or new style to really catch people's attention to take it to the next level. Like, for instance, we really haven't had like a big, with due respect to a lot of rappers out, First Day Out was like the last biggest thing to happen. They had a completely different sound, completely different style, and just everything. The way T Grizzly had put that together was like the last biggest note that people could take that went worldwide. Obviously, stuff happened after that, like music happened after that stood out, but to get to that level is very fucking difficult. Now, what's your reach? What are you looking at? Are you the type of person that you would want to go worldwide, or are you the type of person that's like, no, I just want like a stable fan base, or like, how do you look at it?
Oh, well, shit. Kind of both. If I get a stable fan base worldwide, it's best to work both worlds. But I would like to be able to stay myself. I don't want to see people ask, you know what I'm saying, people asking of me things that's just not my character, you know what I'm saying? Just be able to stay true to myself like a J. Cole, Currency. Not saying I necessarily have that style of music, you know what I'm saying, but like that style of living, how they can be true to themselves. They just themselves, and they're just everywhere you see them, it's all love. Larry June, you know what I'm saying, same instance. So, and I feel like as far as that, like that sound, like how T Grizzly came out, you know what I'm saying, that was probably the last biggest thing to come out of Michigan, especially from True in the City. I think it's a lot of original sound. It could happen. It's just that more people got to tune in. A lot of stuff in Atlanta wouldn't have been as big as it was if a lot of people didn't fuck with Atlanta the way they fuck with Atlanta. And you could say that's the same thing from the West Coast when the West Coast had it, East Coast, everything. So it's just timing is everything, grinding is everything. You just got to keep going. And like I know a lot of people do stuff. I'm doing this for the money, or I'm doing this for that. I'm doing this for XYZ. A lot of times you got to do it because you love it, and let whatever else happens be a byproduct. Because a lot of people think you can go into this music shit, you can make money, and you can make money, and it's quick, automatic. Not really. It's more so you gonna pour into it, and people got to see you. You know what I'm saying? People have to see you invest into yourself before you get someone want to invest in you. No, don't get it twisted. You can make money off merch, make money off streams, very little money off streams. It's different ways to make money, but draw them people to you.
Yeah, a lot of people wake up and they, can just change their Instagram bio to rapper. And then they think like, okay, now I can start a rap career, and it's not even like a real passion or anything. It's like I can get rich off of rapping. I can go on TikTok, start rapping, and eventually one of my songs will take off and blow up and I'll be rich. And it's not really a passion or a care behind it. It's just the money behind it.
That's like a spit in the face to a motherfucker who care. Like, you just gonna wake up. That's just gonna, it's like you can waking up, I'm gonna be a fucking doctor. I'm putting doctor in my body. I'm about to go do surgery. Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Think about it, I guess, is if you got do it the right way, the right people, the right person, the right way, you can get a following. You know what I'm saying? Even if you trash, a lot of motherfuckers will like it. And hey, get off. Don't, by any means, don't ever get it twisted. Get off. However you get off, but It really ain't that simple if you ask me.
Yeah, maybe because creativity is like its own world. Like, being an artist is its own world, being creative is its own world, and it's like to force that and to use it as a way to, like, can you imagine artists from the past just painting and like, oh, I can't wait to get the bag off this painting? It's like, nah, bro. Like, the motherfucker Picasso and Van Gogh, they were probably painting because they loved it and that's all they gave a fuck about.
A lot of people didn't even see they just do until after they were gone. You know what I'm saying? That's just, you know how it is. You nobody to somebody kill you. You bigger artists when you gone and shit like that. So, I mean, that's just I don't know, man. What if like if you ain't got no passion for whatever you doing, I don't care if you out in this bitch basket weaving. You ain't gonna get no fulfillment out of it, man. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what ultimately as humans, as people, that's what we're really looking for, fulfillment. That's why even people be searching for love. People be strung out on drugs. People, you know what I'm saying? Whatever your vice may be. I don't want to go deep into that, but it's all about fulfillment. And if you do it, I mean, I feel fulfilled when I do it.
Yeah.
You know, so I get a lot out of it. You know what I'm saying? Regardless from how I look from the outside looking in. So if you're doing this shit, you just look for fulfillment, but you don't really care about it. You're gonna be on to something else in 6 months.
Facts. Yeah, and even if you get it, you might be miserable being in it.
Facts.
You might get it, be famous, be successful, but then still be miserable because you don't give a fuck about what the hell's making you rich and famous.
Man, a lot of people got this shit. A lot of people got this shit that we striving for and hate it. Hate the fact that they woke up to that. You know what I'm saying? Just because it ain't really what they want to do.
Yes.
So I mean,
that's a good point, man. That's probably the most well-spoken point I've ever heard about artists doing something just for the money and not because they're passionate about it. Now, talk a little bit about your music, man. Where does your lyrics stem from? Where does your content come from?
Real life, you know, a lot of what I have seen, what I do see, some of what other people see, you know, I guess kind of like street reporting, you know what I'm saying, from my perspective. I'm coming from the gray area. That's why my second project was called the gray area. My second solo project was called the gray area because, you know, it's a lot of black and white, but if you kind of in the middle, you see both sides, you know, and I just see a lot, you know what I'm saying? I'm rich friends, poor friends, dope fiends, affluent people, you know what I'm saying? Just being in a lot of settings and always being observant is what fuels my lyrics, my passion, my motivation. Like I said earlier, I really don't know what ever made me want to write music at first. I just always had a passion for it. I loved it. And the more you do things, and especially if you love them, you're going to get better at them. So it just kind of like tied hand in hand. But, life, man. Life is my biggest influence, my biggest motivator. You know, I don't have to smoke 100 blunts and get drunk and sip some whatever. You know, have 1,000 people in the studio write a song. I'll write a song. I'll make up some shit. You know what I'm saying? If I'm feeling creative that day, it's just there. You know?
Yeah, man. No, I hear that's really deep, bro. Like, a lot of people, their childhood or the way they grew up or the experiences they came out, and some people even make experiences based off of their surroundings experience. You know what I mean? And it's just like, as long as the music comes together and it sounds good and it's projecting some type of meaning, then that's what's for music. What do you feel like the direction of music is going in as far as, you know, where the lyrics are coming from and everything like that? Do you see it being a better wave than the 90s and the early 2000s, or do you see this being like kind of the degrading time of music?
Well, I ain't gonna say it's degrading because, you know, is as long as rap and hip hop been around, it's still relatively young to all the other genres.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, as a child coming up, you're gonna go through a rough stage. You know what I'm saying? We don't even know what happened with Jesus between X amount of years and before he came back and shit. So it's like it's at a place where it's actually getting better because I hated the mumble rap stage. Oh my God, I hated the mumble rap stage. And like I understood it, I get it because it's a vibe, it's situational. But like I don't want to hear that shit all day, every day. But I feel like people more care more about what you're saying nowadays. And maybe it should just be like ups and downs with a roller coaster. It should be like that. What they say, a rich man to raise a poor man to raise the man who walked. His son gonna catch the bus. His son gonna drive a Toyota. His son gonna drive a Cadillac, Ferrari, or whatever. And when you get to the top, it's gonna get regenerative again. So it's like a cycle. But it seems as it's getting back to a place where it's more about actual music, content, lyrics, and not all the bullshit that come when you can't become a rapper. And I think that's what the game was about for a long time. What comes with rap and not about rap.
Yeah.
So but me personally, it'll never get back to how it was in the 90s and early 2000s. Man. You know, that's the music that raised me and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the music I love. So I try my hardest to make my contribution to make it feel like that as much as I can with the, you know what I'm saying, with a new type of sound. But I feel like it's going it's on its way to it being the up. It's on the way back to it being the up.
Talk a little bit about some of your songs and if somebody was to listen to you for the first time, what you would recommend them to check out first.
The Great I know I got an album called The Great Area, but I got a song called The Great Area as well. That's very insightful. You know, it just like I talk about a lot of things that happen with me, you know, personally. Some of the things that fuel my passion, you know, really Church on Saturday. That's off my latest album. That's crazy. That's because that's also the title of the album too. That's the name of the song. I would recommend people to hear. It's just I'm just really I'm talking where I would want the game to go. You know what I'm saying? How I feel about the game. You know what I'm saying? I also got an HBK feature on there. He gave me a good feature too. You know what I'm saying? Rap like he don't usually rap. I ain't gonna say rap like he don't usually rap, but he bought something that he, you know what I'm saying, a different side of him that he don't show often.
Talk about that collaboration and how you guys got that moving.
Coincidentally I've been doing HBK since middle school. You know what I'm saying? So you know, we always stay cool. We met each other on some real cool stuff. You know, it was really sports, playing basketball. You know, we was on the same team one of them days in gym, and ever since then, you know how it be. You gain a friend and always be a friend. You know, see each other out in the mix. You know, we out in the clubs, and then like when those boys cash out, we're on the up and coming, on the uprise. You know, that was like that was my age group, my peers. That was our street lords. You know what I'm saying? As far that was big as you can get to us. As big as you can get to us. You know what I'm saying? As well as like Streets Are Us and Team Eastside was still coming around. Lodge Boy was there, but but like I said, when they were out on the come up, shit, you know, that's if they throwing a party, you want to be at the club with them. You know what I'm saying? If they hanging out here, that's, you know what I'm saying, that's the place to be. You know what I'm saying? It always made it a little bit better that me and him was always cool. You know what I'm saying? So I just really just DM'd him on Instagram. You know, we were already familiar with each other, so we just never had done any music together. So when it was time to come with the music, you know, DM'd him, talked, you know what I'm saying, talked the business part. We needed to, you know what I'm saying, we needed to make that happen. Made that happen, no problem, and sent him my verse, and he came. Matter of fact, he didn't even send me a verse back. He did the real nigga shit. He pulled up to my studio session one day and came in later in the session. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that's fire.
Yeah, that's really.
What was it like watching them grow up? Like watching the whole legacy of the Doughboys Cash Out era.
Oh man, so like I said, so you know, I always had a idea that I wanted to be in entertainment business. I want to do music. So to see people that's like close to you, you know what I'm saying, or from the same area you from, you know what I'm saying, just like even in your peer group, man, like really doing it and like making waves, making a name, shit, I feel like I was doing it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It felt good, man. It felt good. And I just like and not just with them, you know what I'm saying? With a lot of people in the city, but I always felt like I knew they was gonna get signed. You know what I'm saying? Even though they didn't go as big as go nationwide and go world. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of stuff happened too right after they got signed and shit. But I just always knew they'd be big. I just always knew that it'd be big. You know, and to see them guys take it as far as they did. You know what I'm saying? And bring back and put on for the city and do the stuff that they do for the city. It's major. I love that. I loved it, man. I loved it. And I think for the most part, of course, everybody ain't loved it, but most of the people loved it. And for the ones who didn't know how to show it, they just didn't know how to show it, man. You know, you young and shit. You don't know how to handle your emotions all the time. So that's why a lot of bullshit used to happen and all that shit. But yeah. I loved it, man. That was beautiful. It was like it was showing you could be done right there in real time. You know, it's like you had a live example right there in front of your face. So it was a beautiful thing.
Is there any specific moment you kind of remember hanging out with HBK, like that you guys like just like a fun fact moment or anything like that you guys had together?
Not really, you know, cause like I said, when we in the club, we clubbing. You know, when we in the studio, that was when he came to the studio on my session. That wasn't our first time in the studio. He got a song with my homeboy POEGB. What's up, GB? You supposed to be here, nigga. But he actually got to drop the actual verse with GB. But I guess if you want to say fun fact for story's sake, one time we was all out at Club Envy. And now, you know, you might not know personally, but after the club, it was back then, I don't know how it is now, but it used to always be some chaos and shit after the club, always some shit. So we walking back to the cars and shit, and a fight break out. No, it wasn't nobody I was with, wasn't nobody they was with, but it was some club goers and shit. Police come out of nowhere, forcing everybody one way, funneling one way. I'm trying to get to, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get to where I'm going and shit. Police dealing with me as if I'm the problem, you know what I'm saying? As if I had something to do with it. I turn around like, hey man, chill. I'm trying to tell them like, hey man, chill. I'm trying to get to where I'm going before I can say get to chill. First time I'm saying, hey man, I get sprayed in the face with mace.
Jesus.
Get shit beat out of me with billy clubs. I'm telling you, man, that shit was fucked up. I remember I had on a white t-shirt that night. That shit was like the yellow and, you know what I'm saying, the color of the mace and shit all over my shirt, man. I couldn't breathe for probably like 15, 20 minutes. Whew. Yeah, Detroit, fuck.
Man, damn.
Yeah. Fuck the police, man. Fuck them. Of course, I ain't talking to every single one of you individual. Man, fuck
Nah, I hear what you're saying. So with me knowing them and everything like that, you get this verse and everything like that. Now what happened with the song? Like, what? Talk about that.
Actually, it's one of my best doing songs. It's one of my best songs to this day. You know what I'm saying? Spotify, Apple Music. You know, I get shot a video to it. Came through the video shoot with no problem. Shot that down at the Masonic Temple. Shout out to them guys down there. I'm sick. I can't think of the name of their company right now, but they real cool guys. My guy Rob down there showed me love, and they be having a lot of motion going down there too. I be seeing a lot of people shooting in there now. I done seen Kodak in that motherfucker. I done seen Vez in there. I think they had Gilly and Wallow down there. They got some motion down there. Baby Money was in there shooting a video not too long ago. So shout out to them guys doing their thing at the Masonic Temple, man. I'm sick. I can't think of the company, man. I'm sorry, y'all.
What's the biggest milestone for you? What do you feel like is the most significant moment for you so far in your career?
Well, actually, I didn't know this until I checked my email today. Like I got interviewed for Voyage magazine.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And I really don't even know how that came about. I don't know who told them they should look into me or how I caught their attention or whatever. But to me personally, that's one of the biggest things. You know what I'm saying? As far as this music getting some, even though I don't do it for the recognition. Of course, we all want some recognition for the things that we put in passion, you know, we love. But I don't do it for the recognition, but to get some recognition for something that I love and that I'm investing in. That's a big thing.
Oh yeah, it's cool as hell, man. Voyage magazine from LA, the LA based one.
Yeah,
it's cool as fuck.
Yeah,
they print you on like a whole page in their fucking magazine out there, man. And it definitely gets people exposure.
Yeah, man. I'm very appreciative. Thank you to Voyage magazine. Didn't have to do that, but you did, and I appreciate you.
Talk about what projects we can look forward to, man.
Well, I want you to get everybody go check out that Realize. That's my first project, The Gray Area. Church on Saturday, 7/6. That's a app project I got with my homeboy POEGB. Supposed to be here, nigga. We actually working on the project. POEGB, Kinfolk from INC, and myself working on the Currency Exchange, all produced by Casino Troy, or you might know him as Cash for Casino. Shout out to Troy. Shout out to Kinfolk. We get that. We putting the finishing touches on that right now. That'll be coming soon. I'm working on a set of EPs. I'm thinking of dropping like 3 or 4 EPs this next year. 8 or 9 songs each one. People like saturation of music for whatever. I'm still deciding on. I might not do it because I don't like saturated music. Like I said, I would like my buzz to be bigger. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like putting music out while you're growing. You know what I'm saying? It's cool for how stuff people go back and listen to, but to put a bunch of music out that's not necessarily gonna do nothing right away, to me, is kind of pointless. You know.
Yeah.
Give people a chance. You know, the more, if more, you know, more followers I gain, the bigger I get. You know what I'm saying? That'll release them more often. But
Yeah.
I like to give my projects time. But yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna call any of them yet. You know, I'm still promoting Church on Saturday because that's fairly new. I just dropped that in May. I know, like I said, I know motherfuckers drop albums every month or every month, but that's not my style. But yeah, man, Currency Exchange, produced by Cash for Casino, The Gray Area, my homeboy POEGB, Stoner Lifestyle. That's his latest project. So check out all those. Yeah.
For sure, man. Well, look, man, it's been great having you on. I know you got to get to your meeting. K.Murph was in the building with us today, man. I hope to see some big moves happen for you, man, and to see you at this festival coming up pretty soon. We'll rock it out and have a good time, man. Appreciate you again. We're shooting out Parallel Sound Studio, High Low Visual shoots these productions. We're out. Peace.